This is the bedrock of being a principal. And I'm talking about autonomy for staff, collaboration across the staff, or negotiation with students. Okay, everyone can hear me? Good, and just looking at the participants there, perfect. We've got every single new principle. So welcome everyone to the first and most important lesson of your principal training. Let's get right down to it. Schools are not one size fits all for leaders. There are three types of school: expert, coach, and counselor. These might be new terms for you, but don't worry, we're going to unpack them. Expert, coach, and counselor. You, as a principal, need to find the one that you align with most, or else you are not going to be successful. Each of these three types, expert, coach, and counselor, is very different. Each requires a very different kind of principal. So you do not want to be the right person in the wrong place, and I'm going to help you avoid that. Today is helping you name whether you align with the expert, coach, or counselor approach to schools, because then you need to find a type of school that you can align with. When you and your school are misaligned, you will waste time, energy, resources, and the relationships of those that you work with. So you as a leader will lean toward one of these three types, and you must know which one you have a preference and proficiency for. And here's the thing, none of them is better than the others. Each can be done well, poorly, or somewhere in between. As a principal, your leadership should amplify a specific type, and you need to help make a type the best version of that type that it can be. This is the bedrock of being a principal. You're either ensuring a system, culture, and set of practices that supports autonomy, collaboration, or negotiation. And I'm talking about autonomy for staff, collaboration across the staff, or negotiation with students. This is the foundation of your school. It is the core. Every other decision you make is a detail on top of this. Get this right, and then ensure every decision and action you take strengthens a type. This might sound a tad grandiose and oversimplified, but let's unpack this a little. So let's step back. You as a leader, when you think about the teachers on your staff and you think about the student learning, do you want teachers who have autonomy? If so, you're leaning a bit expert. Or teachers who work collaboratively for a shared school-wide approach to learning? If so, you're leaning towards the coach. Or do you want teachers to negotiate the what, how, when, and with who of learning with each student? If so, you're leaning towards the counselor. And let's talk about how these schools and classrooms mirror each other. In expert schools, there is a clear hierarchy with distinct levels of responsibility. Decisions come from the top. Therefore, teachers are the top of their classroom and they have autonomy in their classrooms. Leaders lead the school, teachers lead their classrooms. Whereas in coach schools, we find a layered hierarchy with various levels of responsibility, and decisions are shared across levels of staff, although some roles and levels of staff obviously hold more sway than others. Teachers collaborate, working horizontally and vertically across the school for a coherent school-wide approach to teaching and learning. Leaders and staff decide for the school, and the staff makes learning decisions for the classrooms. Whereas in the counselor school, we find a flattened hierarchy with processes to help discussion and decision-making leading to shared responsibility. In counselor schools, every voice matters equally. Staff, leaders, students, and parents negotiate and come to consensus for school decisions. Students and teachers in the classroom are co-creating the students' individualized and self-directed learning experiences. So here, in counselor schools, the community decides for the school. Students and teachers make decisions about learning in the classroom. Once you see this, you can't unsee this. The type of school you lead shapes everything: how decisions are made, how teachers are supported, and how students succeed. When a school leans fully into its type, it thrives. When a school doesn't or tries to be all three at once, none of them are done optimally, stepping on each other's feet with competing and contradictory ways of doing things, and no one is satisfied or functioning optimally. This is why you need to find your best fit. This job involves a lot of work, and this is how you will feel that all of that work goes into a school that is meaningful and contributing and making a difference. And in fact, just as you are aligned with one of these, there's probably one or two of the other types you have a bit of an allergy towards. And if you are forced into upholding its approach against your own values, you are slowly or quickly going to be worn down. And this is really important because you might not instantly be able to find a school that's a match at this time. If so, your job as a principal isn't to impose your personal preference, but to understand your school's context and determine which of the three types is actually the best fit for your school's context, and to the degree that you can, uphold the values of one of the other types. So you need to check in with yourself, but also the school's community, and find out, does this school need clear top-down direction with teachers working autonomously? If so, you're going in the direction of the expert. Does it thrive on collaboration and shared leadership with teachers working in collaboration? If so, coach. Or does it require a more democratic, sociocratic, co-created approach with teachers working in negotiation with students? If so, the counselor is the right fit for your school. Once you identify the type of school that is the best fit for your context, lean into it fully. Build the systems, the culture, and the practices that align with that type. Too many schools are caught in a tug of war, moving back and forth between the types, erasing good work that has been started, only to move in another direction, which frustrates everybody. In fact, one day I hope we write job descriptions and job postings stating explicitly which of the three types we are hiring for. You'd actually see expert, coach, or counselor listed in the job description. And the same for the teachers too, so they know exactly which type of school they're entering into, and to help them to find a match for the communities and organizations that they align with so that they can do their best work. Bottom line, your job isn't to make the school fit you. It's to discover what type works best for its context and lead to help it thrive. So which type of principal are you? Maybe you know already, or maybe this is now an inquiry for you. But this is critically important for you as a leader, because you need to know which type of school is the right fit for your leadership. See, you'll likely lean toward one type over the others. And this three types thing, this isn't some new fancy system to implement or something to add on top of what you're already doing. This is simply helping us name what is already at play in every school and what is already influencing leaders' success or failure. So, find the fit, lead with purpose. Your teachers, students, and community will thank you. Okay, coffee break, and everyone back to discuss in 15 minutes.
Which type are you? Comment below.